Hey everyone! So this is a pole combos class. It's actually an experienced beginner to intermediate pole combos. So we're going to be doing a progression in a combo or in combos, and then eventually or working towards putting the entire thing together. So you have 3 or 4 combos that you would put together into an entire routine at the end. So we'll start with just a little bit of a warm-up, but I also said in the video to do a little bit more of a warm-up beforehand. So if you want to do like some jumping jacks or just warm up the body a little bit more, we're going to do a fair amount here, so it should be okay, but I did kind of point it out that we're not going to do a full warm-up. Okay, so pressing into the back leg, lift up and over, step back up, and we'll do knee ups, back and up. Okay, we'll hold it here, hug the knee in. And switch it to a quad stretch, hips pull forward. Good, and then walk the legs out nice and wide. Sink your chest, stretch back. Let's bend one knee at a time, come side to side. And then roll your back all the way up to standing. Let's do the opposite side. So take your outside leg back, press into that back heel, tuck your hips under slightly, so really feel the hip flexor of that right leg stretch, lift up and over. So everything should be working here. Keep this active, and then come all the way back up, and we'll do those knee ups again. All right, let's hold it up. And then you can circle the ankle, and then we'll turn it into a quad stretch on the other side. So squeeze your butt, hips pull forward. And then release. Okay, let's walk it out again. And same thing, bend one knee at a time, side to side. And then roll it up to the top. Arms push away, so come all the way up. Press the palms away from you. Shoulders down away from your ears. Add some resistance. And then let's flip the palms up and down. So palms up, palms down. Palms up. Good. Once again, push them away. Then reach up and then back out. Up and out. So this one, you're staying really active. Find a lot of resistance, like you're trying to lengthen and pull your hands away from your body. Now front to back. So inhale, open your back or open your chest, and then exhale, round. Okay, it doesn't have to be too crazy. Just the idea of finding some movement in your spine. Let's do 2 more. And then take it behind your back. Okay, now up and down. Palms face forward, backs of your hands, and then swing down. Add some resistance once again at the top. Okay, so now we're going to go into a few combos. All right, so just preparing, make sure you have your space, and the pole is on static. So the first one we're going to do is a step around. So step with your inside foot. We'll come all the way around. Okay, then from here, that same leg is going to come towards the back, so turning it into a back hook. From here, we're going to step out of it, so only coming around one time. Step your bottom foot out and then take the inside leg up and around to a fan kick. So when you start on the right side, you should be taking that left leg up and over to a fan kick. So let's do left, step left, all the way around. Then from here, back hook, hook that leg, step out, come up and over, and we'll stop there. Let's come back to the right side and do that again. So around, turn back hook, step out, fan kick. Make sure you hook that bicep. Go, let's do the other side. So step around, come through or back hook, step down, come through, fan kick, and over. So pretty straightforward. We're going to add on to that now. So from the fan kick, we turned it up and over. We're going to face the pole. Take the leg. So if it's we started on the right side, it's going to be your right leg back. Swing it back. Swing your arm back and then take it into a back arch. So right leg forward, left arm back. There we go. So find that back arch and then come back up. Okay, so nothing forceful. If you need to take it a little bit further away from the pole to modify the back arch, do what feels right for you. And then from here, we're going to come into a climb and a sit. So depending on where you're at with your sit, we're going to try and work towards doing a wrist sit and either adding one variation or two. So here I'm just showing the regular wrist sit, so straddle and then come all the way back up, open the legs to come down. So we're going to add that onto our combo. Let's do the other side. So left arm up, step left, sweep it around. We just did back hook to fan kick, come forward to face the pole, left leg back, back arch, right arm back, come back up, climb with the left this time, all the way up, sit and wrist sit on the other side. So left leg should be on top, right arm down, just so that we're making sure we're doing both sides, because we're good like that. And I just had a phone call, I believe, so now we're back. And if you're curious what's on my back, I did cupping. So those were from cupping. All right, so right arm up, let's do the other side. Step right, sweep it around, turn it into back hook, one rotation, step out, fan kick right away, up and over, face the pole. Right leg forward, left arm reaches back, arch, climb on the right, come up into a sit, left arm slides down underneath your butt or left thigh, open the legs, come back, close, squeeze, open to come down. Okay, let's repeat on the other side. Opposite arch, climb on the left, sit, slide down, or slide that bottom hand down underneath the thigh, open the legs, come back, open, and come down. All right, so I think we're going to do one more time on each side. Now, you can take the wrist sit into a little bit more of a variation. So if you come into just the regular Hello Boys, you can maybe take it into a different leg position after. So do that one first. Maybe do the side straddle or the side split. Any modifiers to the sit that you want to do or add on. Come back and lower down. Sweet. So we'll do the other side. So I'm adding the side split, whichever one, and then just make sure you lift off to come down. All right. So I'm just saying here that that was the first combo. So the next one, we're just going to increase the level of it a little bit. So we're going to start with a side hook or inside hook, reach away. So opposite or same arm as the leg hooked is going to reach away, come to the opposite side. And then from there, we're going to do similar to what we did with the back hook, just do one rotation and then come down. So it's like a front hook, and then place your foot back down. You don't have to do the full spin, just think of pressing or squeezing into that inside leg. From there, transition into side climb, so just adjust your hook, side climb up, 1, 2, and then take your, I think we're stopping there for this round, and then we'll add on the next one. So come into the other side. Reach away, come up, push around, stop, rehook, side climb, up. Good, pull all the way up and bicycle legs to come down. So let's stop there and repeat on the other side. Good. Push, stop, and hook the leg, climb up. So I kind of lost my leg hook. So just rehook and then do your side climb. Bicycle leg to come down. Okay, so we're adding on from that side climb. So I think I'm starting right from the side climb. So hook the leg, pull down, come all the way up. Let's do one more. Just try and get a little bit of height here. Slide your bottom leg down. We're coming into snowflake, so your opposite arm. So in this case, if you're climbing with your right side, left arm is going to be up, and you're going to reach back towards your left ankle. From there, transitioning into shooting star. So the other one is, or the first one is fairly extended, and this one is more closed, just between, like, in your hips, and make sure to really reach down and away. Let's do the other side. Okay, so starting with your side climb. Come all the way up, get some height, start to slide down, keep your right arm just above your knee. A little bit higher is okay, right? You can, as long as you can reach back, and then reach the left arm towards your right foot. From there, switch. So slide your bottom arm down. Keep your legs closer together. The closer together the thighs get, the stronger or the more you'll be able to hold the shooting star, especially because of the angle that you're trying to get. Okay, so I believe I'm just talking about adding on to the shooting star at the end and just seeing what options we can do from there. So that technically is the combo, but we're going to try and add on a little bit more if you'd like to add some more intermediate moves afterwards. So come all the way down from snowflake to shooting star. And then you can just step out and off. So keep working on this combo, and then once we get into some more options, I'll go through those. So once you climb up into that side climb, lower down snowflake, then shooting star, then we're just doing the push off. So I think we're going to come into a hip hold option. So hip hold and then thigh hold to come down. So let me just make sure that's right. So from the side climb, find that snowflake first. That's your starting point. Bottom leg slides up as high up as it can go so that you keep that height. We're going to hug in that top, so bend the knee and then slide it into your bicep. We're going to try to go from there, and then I'm showing the hip hold. From here, I'm just going to come out of it by doing a chopper down. So that's because, if you find yourself closer to the floor, that dismount is probably best. So just working on making it pretty then. So chopper, pointed toes, nice and slow lower to the ground. So the other option is going to be to take it from the hip hold, walk it out, so walk your hands away, and then do more of a belly, so slide, dismount. Okay, so let's start from that snowflake. Bottom leg comes high up towards the top leg, shooting star. Slowly drop it into your bicep, hug the inside leg in. Find hip hold. Then from here, you can hook the top leg first. Find the floor, walk your hands out. Find that thigh hold. You can hold for a moment, and then release the bottom leg. Forearms, slide it all the way to the floor. Good. Now we're going to do a push and pop. So push down with the hands, push into the feet, pop it up into a straddle, and roll it all the way up. So continue to work through this combo. Let's start it from the very top. So doing the reach away from the inside hook and adding that one rotation of your spin. All right. So you can follow along with me or just keep working on the combo. Just finding each point that you're holding, breathing, and not going through it too fast. So shooting star, see if you have the height, come into your bicep, hip hold, and then either chopper dismount or do the belly slide. I think we're going to do it at least one more time. So just keep perfecting that belly slide. It doesn't feel amazing, but it looks good. So you just gotta keep working on it. I believe that's the end of the second combo. So the next one's gonna start or work on stuff inverted now. So This can be a video that is good as a progression, so depending on where you're at, just do either the first couple or just continue building and working on the next ones. You can always come back to it and continue your strength and building into your combos from there. So these aren't really long combos, but the goal of it would be to put them all together at the end. So we're going to start with an invert. We're going to do a Gemini climb over into a side sit. So this is a really strength-based foundational exercise, right? Doing a Gemini climb over. So we're going to focus on that and then adding the side sit. So working on just making sure that you're high enough up that the bottom leg can sweep around to the front and not too high that you're going to lose the grip of that top leg. So let's do this again. Come from your basic invert, look up, get your hips nice and high, hook that top leg. We'll pull down with your inside arm, reach the outside arm up and over. Good, then climb the other arm on top so that you can sweep the leg around. Keep your butt on the pole. Wrap the elbow. So this is good for just strengthening that elbow grip as well. Breathe. And let's come all the way down. So I'm just adjusting the camera so we can get a little bit higher onto the pole. So yeah, that's the basic of this combo. That would be what I want to get to, is just the invert to the side sit. So we're going to add on a little bit, adding genie and a reach, more of a flexi pose after the genie. So we'll just keep building from there. Just continue to work on this combo. And when you see me kind of going through the add-ons, I'll go through those. So I'm just talking about how this is a really strong, like intermediate level foundational combo, where I just continue to build that strength in the backs of the knee, like squeezing the legs on the pole, finding that climb over, right? Using the arms, using the full body. Okay, so now we're coming into the side sit. I'm going to show the next part. So come down into genie. Try and keep your height, right? That's pretty important when you're adding to a combo, is just working on moving through the combo while continuing to stay up on the pole, right? So just work on your grip in the legs and just go from there. So whatever you can do with genie, and then I'm going to show the next part of it. We're going to try and wrap the inside elbow. So this is the bottom one. So the one closest to the floor, that elbow, and then we're going to reach the top arm down. So there's a little bit of an element of letting go, right? So the more that you can release through the upper body, the stronger this one's going to feel, because the more resistance that you have from the upper body, the harder the actual holding of the legs is going to be. All right, so I'm going back and forth from side to side. Feel free to do what is good for you, but really make sure that you're going to do the Gemini climb over for sure on your opposite side, and just continue to build from there so we're not neglecting it and getting really off balance. So come down into the genie. First, your bottom arm reaches across so that you can reach over and feel secure. From there, try and take your bottom leg down. So I'm low, so I'm just doing it with a leg on the floor. So I'm basically just saying that that's an option. So when you work on this one, start it from the floor. Okay, Okay, so yeah, now I'm just talking about trying to get more height so that you can work on the full variation of the last move. So just keep going with the combo. We're almost there. You can do it. Cool. So you can see how I'm putting the bottom ankle on the pole. So you can do it with bottom ankle or bottom foot. I find the ankle serves best for this move in particular, but you can try it with your foot as well. Just make sure that you're working towards a straight leg, because that's what this one is. You're trying to extend through the legs, and your hips can be back a little bit further. So you can't really tell from that angle, but it doesn't have to be like a pancake split or anything. Your bottom leg can adjust so that, and your hips can adjust so that you can have good like push against the pole and not feel like you're overstretching in your hips or hip flexors. So take that leg down, coming into genie. So when you try and do this last one, think of pushing your hips back, hook your elbow, and then really just secure by pointing your bottom toe. So I'm saying that you can hold with your arm as well. You don't have to take the other arm off. And I'm showing kind of like a exit strategy if you need to. So you just put your hands on the ground and do kind of like a cartwheel mount off of it. Ideally, you would just bend your top leg again, hook up, and then come out of it the same way you came in. So I'm saying this move is called Keem, the one that we're working to at the end. So Keem is basically an elbow grip split. Maybe you can read my lips and see what I'm saying. I think I'm saying we're definitely doing this one more time on each side. But I think I'm going into the next one. So I lied. So feel free to pause it and continue to work on that Keem one before we move into the next one. So I'll go into the next one now. This one is a shoulder mount grip fan kick. So it's still a fan kick, but with shoulder mount grip. So you're going to take your hands above your head, find that double cup grip, make sure you're pulling your elbows in and down, so squeezing through your chest. Take your right leg and then left leg up and over. So what happens is try not to keep your shoulder where it's at, let your body move with it. So as you do the fan of the legs, you're going to come up and over and allow your body to turn with it. So notice how I do that, turn out, and then you'll stop and face the pole. So you can try that a few times on both sides until that feels comfortable. And so then the next part goes into the rest of like the static combo. So you'll take your leg back, right leg back, bring the knee in into your hip. Do a type of barrel roll, so pulling it into your left armpit. And then we'll stop there, but we're going to come into an invert from there. So let's try that again. So fan kick, opposite side. So from the left shoulder, your left leg is going to cross the body and then you come up and over. So I'm just saying not dipping into it. You're standing pretty much nice and tall. You're just using the back of your shoulder, right, and the arms above your head to do the fan kick differently. Okay, and just to continue to build confidence in your shoulder mount grip. So up and over, turn to the pole, left leg back, into your hip. Turn around, right bicep, and you're kind of leaning back in your invert prep position. Okay, so let's come back. Let's do that again. So fan kick right, up and over, turn to the face of the pole, reach and into your hip, up and over, bicep, ready to go. From there, we add our invert. So full inverted crucifix. Hands are going to come to your chest, push away. Okay, and then we'll come up into an elbow. You don't have to lift the legs, okay? So it's just basically push your hips up and out, or push your body up and out into caterpillar, and then just find that elbow grip, stay there, and then slide it all the way down, hands to the floor, handstand straddle, handstand dismount. So this one can be built, what I'm explaining is this one can be built up or modified down. So this one can be several caterpillars to more of a nose breaker drop. So that's why this combo, like this last one, is more dynamic. So this one can be doing 1 or 2 caterpillars up, and then you slide down to the floor to put your hands down and do the handstand dismount. So that's how you would grow and make this one more dynamic. The nose breaker drop is really just your inverted crucifix where you release a little bit and then you slide down. So just continue to work on this combo. I don't think we're adding anything else. So just work towards feeling comfortable pushing and getting that caterpillar position, and then finding where you can go from there. So I added the elbow grip Aisha. You can also maybe do the inverted D Aisha, where you take your elbow. So still coming into all of these are going to be into the elbow, where you take your feet to the pole and you pull your hips back into the inverted D. So not the full Aisha. And then you can come back and then do the same thing, handstand, straddle into the dismount. All right, so let's do this one more time. Left side, turn over, back and into your hip. Turn it around, invert left, hook left, come into inverted crucifix, push left into that opposite elbow, seeing where you can go, and then finishing it off, sliding to the floor. Straddle the legs first, and then we'll come into a kickoff. Good work, everyone. So I hope that you were able to follow with this voiceover. I think I'm just going to do a little cool down, which if you watch the video, you'll be able to follow. So stretching through your chest, hands up, and release your chest down. Try and keep your spine relatively neutral, just working towards that upper back and chest stretch. Roll it all the way up, and then let's do the opposite, hands across and pulling into your upper back. Let's do our doorway stretch. So bend at your elbow 90 degrees and stretch your chest on the one side. And then opposite side. So now hands behind your back and just trying to pull away from the pole, rolling the shoulders back and down, and just feel how that feels for you. Your legs can come wider if you need. And then release, swing the arms, front and back, give yourself a hug. So thank you guys again, and I hope to see you soon. You can finish it off with the last stretch that we're doing with the pole.